Welcome to Sussex Online TV, I'm Hayley Peacock. In the coming months, we're going to be bringing you the show from anywhere and everywhere in Sussex. Today, we're in the newly refurbished Fresco Restaurant on a very wet and windy Brighton seafront. We're going to be talking to Giuseppe, the owner, about this iconic building later on. Coming up in the show, we bring you news of a blind adventurer, pictures of a 20-mile run in Worthing, and because it's Easter, we have tales of baby animals. Not just sheep, but puppies and even a baby monkey. Our top story today, a blind adventurer from Lindfield in Sussex is planning to be the very first person to balloon over the ice cap in the Arctic. Mike Scholes is setting off any day now for the Arctic Circle, and when he gets there, the former professional balloonist is hoping to inflate a specially built mini balloon to become the first person in the world to achieve the feat. Mike owned his own ballooning company until 2007, when his sight began to go through a hereditary condition that affects his optic nerves. His latest adventure at the pole is an attempt to raise £50,000 for the blind ex-service personnel's charity St Dunstan's, who have helped him since his sight deteriorated. To sponsor Mike, go to www.northpole2010.org. Good luck, Mike. Further along the coast now, there's new life for an old lift. Thousands of people turned out to see the reopening of a 108-year-old cliff railway in Hastings. The famous Edwardian attraction, the steepest funicular train in the UK, has been closed for refurbishment since 2007. But last weekend, 5,000 locals, many in Edwardian fancy dress, queued to enjoy the first rides and the fantastic views over the town.
Great day, really. I mean, to see this lift going up and down, Victorian in design, I really do congratulate all those that have been involved in this, because a seaside town and places like the East and the West Hill, you need a lift. You can't walk all those steps every time. And this is going to give so many hundreds, even thousands of people the opportunity to see this beautiful country park.
An Eastbourne mum has taken inspiration from her 2-year-old son who is autistic. Sally Huggett has given up her job as a nurse to launch a charity to help support others with his condition. She spoke to Sussex Online TV.
I've made it my mission now to launch this charity, ICT for Autism, which is our mission statement to provide adaptive technologies such as touchscreen computers. We aim to make that available for all children across the UK with autism without being means tested.
Lewis man Robbie James won the annual Worthing Harriers 20-mile road race at the weekend. More than 600 runners from across Sussex and the South East took part in the annual event. Many are preparing for the London and Brighton marathons. Last week we told you about the last chance to see the wallabies of Leonardsley. The historic garden near Horsham is closing to the public from July, and with it access to the world's biggest doll's house goes too. However, fact not fiction films have preserved the scale setting for posterity by making a documentary called Little Victorian Secrets. Well, I promised you puppies at the beginning of the show. 7 Labrador puppies are being hand-reared by staff at the Dogs Trust Centre in Shoreham after being born by emergency caesarean section. Now the pups and mum are thriving in the centre's new puppy wing. If the pups were born in December, the Trust would not have been able to look after them, but now they're under the loving care of puppy daddy Ryan Hawkins. All the puppies and their mother have a new home, but the centre still has many dogs looking for a family. For more information, call the Dogs Trust on 01273 452 576. Spring is in the air at the Seven Sisters Sheep Centre in East Dean. Baby lambs are already arriving at the farm in Gilbert's Drive. It is one of the largest collections of sheep in the world, with over 40 different breeds. Visitors can feed the lambs, meet the animals and have a tractor-trailer ride. Terry Wigmore from the Seven Sisters Sheep Centre had this to say.
The lambs develop inside the ewes. They're inside mum for 5 months. The easy way to remember that is if you put the lambs out, or rams with the ewes on bonfire night, you get lambs from April the 1st onwards. Sometimes mum will reject them because she thinks you've pulled the wool over her eyes and given her somebody else's.
And from spring lambs to baby monkeys, Sussex Online TV has been to Drusilla's near Alfriston in East Sussex to meet a recent arrival. We spoke to Sue, the zoo manager.
At the moment, she's been carried around, she, we're not sure what sex the baby is yet. It's been carried around by Dad, only goes back to Mum for feeds, which is great when you're a mum.
We're bringing you the show from the Fresco Restaurant in Brighton. This is Giuseppe with me, he's the owner. Thank you so much for letting us film the show at your fabulous building.
You're welcome.
So, it didn't always used to be a restaurant here, did it?
That's right. This was built in 1952 as a changing room for people coming from London and surrounding area for changing and going to the beach.
Oh, okay. And what did it become after that?
That was for the first 10 years, and then it was open as a milky bar, because at the time there were no pubs or cocktail or hotels or restaurant, and it was very fashionable, the milky bar, where there used to be milkshakes.
Oh, okay, and people would go down to socialise?
Socialise then.
Oh, fantastic. So when did you take over?
I took over about 15 years ago, against the wish of many people, because they never believed this was going to work, and I've been very successful for the last 15 years.
That's fantastic. Well, tell us a little bit about the refurbishments, because I understand the place has had a bit of a facelift recently.
Well, I tried to refurbish really because of the position here. The restaurant needs to be ahead of everybody else in Brighton, because of the location is the best location in Brighton. And every 4 years we try to give a new look. And the last look it's been now the last month. We completed the refurbishment upstairs and the new completed kitchen.
Well, thank you so much for letting us film here, Giuseppe. The place looks fantastic. Would you like to say goodbye and sign us out?
Thank you for watching Sussex TV online. See you next week.
See you next week. Sussex Newspapers, keeping Sussex informed for over 130 years.